Hello. Hello, hello. I think this is working. Let's see here. Can everybody hear me okay? I think we only got a couple viewers coming in, so I might wait a second. Here, let me go check this for a second. Today is going to be a testing stream. Making sure all this stuff works. Oh, I do see someone saying hello. Ah, perfect. I hear myself. Excellent. Okay, great. So, we're trying something new, but very standard in the world of YouTube channels and that sort of thing. We're going to be trying out some gaming today, but really we're trying out live streaming. And I have a bunch of different plans for what we can do with live streaming going forward. Classic, play the other days for kicks, of course, because I just picked an easy game that I've played before that I could kind of be doing in the background while we get used to streaming, making sure everything works and that sort of thing. It's all relatively new for me. I'm used to being in front of the camera, talking to you guys and doing stuff, but virtually all of that has been pre-recorded. I can't really think of a single live broadcast we've really done before, but thanks to some changes behind the scenes and some stuff we're doing, that's now possible and is probably going to be more of an ongoing thing. Some of that is going to be gaming, like we are going to do, and I will get around to that soon enough, but we just started and this is all new, so like I said, we'll be figuring this out as we go along. The video resolution isn't optimal, but I will deal with that later. Yeah, I'll have to deal with that post-stream, but that's fine, because this is all about me kind of learning the experience. So, before we get into that a bit, I do want to kind of talk a little bit about what I'm planning to do with live broadcasting in terms of this channel. First of all, I want to do stuff like this, playing video games of pretty much any kind that are either being adapted from the computer or being adapted, comics. Sorry, I got distracted by a question, but and I'll answer it in the question, Ernie. I'll answer your question in a second, Ernie. But basically, we want to look at stuff that's been adapted from comics into video games, or stuff that's been adapted from video games, or wherever those video games came from, like a book or something, into comics. So that's going to include most video game franchises and that sort of thing, but with a particular focus on how comics have been adapted into video games. This is one easy example because it's a game I know really well. And to answer Ernie, your question, I'm playing this through a PS2 complicated rig that I worked out a while ago to play this game. And I, in preparation for this stream, actually looked for a chance to purchase it legally. So that wasn't really possible as far as I could find. If anyone knows of a way to do that, let me know, because I would have been happy to do so. You have to, if you don't have a copy of this game on your PS2, which is what I'm doing, you need an emulator and a ROM, which I don't love advertising for, but I couldn't find it on Steam or any console thing, because I do have consoles, and I will figure out a capture card to get those rigged up too, but that's kind of to be determined and that sort of thing. And yeah. Hello, I barely have much free time when I do mostly watch videos. Oh, thanks, Destructive God. Hackation of Universe 7. I understand the reference there too, but we probably will have time for Fighter Z one of these days. I am going to gotta have the game screen open. Oh, that's the handy thing about having two monitors, though. Hey man, greetings from Brazil. Great work as always, but the streaming video quality is very bad. Okay. Oh, okay. So I am getting a warning about that. I thought I would ignore it for now, but if it's that bad, then well, let me see if I can get that better. I had trouble with this earlier, and the issue is it wasn't really telling me like a good way to pick a resolution that would be ideal for YouTube. It just keeps on telling me it's not ideal. Ignore aspect ratio? No, we don't want to do that. Cancel. No. NES? Is that how far back this game goes? I remember it being kind of everywhere. It's not that bad. Okay. Well, then I can't find the thing. So I will work on that in the future. That's too bad. I do kind of want to see what it looks like then, just so I can do it. It might just be a connection thing. Too bad. I do kind of want to see what it looks like then, just so I can do it. It might just be a connection thing. Yeah, because I'm getting a good view of it on YouTube right now from my phone. So we'll look into it. If it's a persistent problem with anyone else, let me know. We'll see about the quality. Oh, and in the meantime, it's time to get this going, I think. Because everything that I'm seeing on my end is looking pretty good. Okay, oh, right. This controller should be working. I don't know why it's not connecting to this. Hold on just a moment. We will reload the emulator because I did have that running for a while. There we go. Or emulator, whatever. I think I did just accidentally. It is choppy. Huh, okay. Well, I'll have to work on that, I guess. I think the big issue is just resolution then. Settings. Okay, well I fiddled it. It's fine for you, eh? Okay, well then I don't want to mess around with it too much. I don't understand why my controller isn't working, because I did test this all before we got going. Yeah, Xbox is connected. Huh. It's input patch attached. It's not detached. Okay, just a moment, everyone. Need to up the bitrate. Oh, you guys could hear those sirens, eh? Yeah, that's a bit of a recurring issue around my place because I live near a hospital. And Street Fighter V, I've played it before because my buddy has it, but I can't say personally that I own it. I like Street Fighter. I like all of these games. I've played a lot of Ultimate versus Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I've played a bit of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That's pretty new for me. There we go. It found the controller. That's good. And someone's saying I should up the bitrate. And this is a testing ground, so I suppose we should. I did see that somewhere in all of these settings. Next bitrate. Yeah, that seems very low, so let's just multiply that by 10. Oh, it's running real slow. Okay, I do have Ultimate Smash Bros. I am a humongous fan of Smash Bros. Once I get a capture card, we can play more of that too, because the ones I played the most was from Wii. Okay, well, thank you everyone for your help and your tips. It seems to be doing better. I'm getting better numbers on my end, so that's good. Let's try some gaming and see what happens and go from there. Thank you very much for your help, everybody. I will definitely play this back and look into it. I did call it stream testing right on the title to try and convey that it would be relatively simple. I also am not 100% sure how many people are watching right now. Looks like about 10 or so. That's good. Just something nice and simple for now. I don't want to upset anybody, so let's get to the game. I haven't played this game in ages and ages, and like this particular one, so my instincts are very Marvel vs. Capcom 3 right now. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to go with a few ones that I know at the moment, and we'll go from there. It's very choppy on your end, eh? Oh, it does seem choppy on my end now, too. Okay. Where did the stream go? Let's see. So it's better. Okay. I might duck out for 2. Does that seem better for everybody? Because that might have changed it. Even just rebooting the stream for a second might have done something. I will let chat filter in for a moment, and I guess you guys need to see stuff to know if it's good or not. Alright, well, let's try out arcade mode. I wonder if you'll be able to upload the codes that unlocks the rest of the characters, or would you have to play the game to unlock? I have some of them, but not all of them. We could play the game to unlock more. I think, if someone finds it, that works. Okay, that's a good sign. I'm getting weird flash singles on my end, but whatever. My computer can handle something like this, I'm pretty sure. Alrighty. Yeah, this is all working pretty good on my end. I like Ryu. He's a simple character that's very consistent across all the different games he's in, including Smash Bros. So I can do the Hadouken and Shoryuken moves that I know. He's fun. Cable I just like. And Spider-Man I know from all his Marvel vs. Capcom ones pretty well too. Cable I do not know very well because he's pretty much just from this game, but it's nice to be in a world where X-Men characters can be in video games again and stuff, eh guys? It's good on your end. Okay. Well, that's enough fiddling with the stream then. Let's get adventuring. If we get bored of this, I do have a couple of other things, but nothing installed major right now. But plenty of plans, and so many games I own, and plenty of options to get more. You know, maybe it's worth sharing with you guys, because I have not talked about it on stream or on camera. Well, not on stream, obviously. This is our first ever streaming. Oh. That did nothing. But I have a new job. It's made me a little busier, so it's slowed down ever so slightly our video flow in the last couple of weeks, months or so, but it's led to better resources, better time management on my end, and just it's much more meaningful work that I can really stand behind. I'm not really sure how much I can talk about the specifics of it, but I'm basically a support worker for people with developmental disabilities. For a non-profit organization, we don't need to get into their ends and stuff about. So it's changed my time flow a little bit. It ended. Keeps freezing on gameplay. It ended. Well, I will look into that short. Oh, error. YouTube is not receiving enough videos to change users' experience buffing. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now too. Drop frames. Yeah, it is dropping a lot of frames. I do have an idea. Maybe if I shrink myself a little bit, that might help. Yeah. Right edge. Come on. Maybe Smaller, maybe less me. Still about the same. It's also a very high quality picture. I don't think it needs to be. It's not much. Ended. Live. So, is everyone buffering now? That's what that seems like. That is strange. Dropping so many frames. Properties. Switch image, capture massacre. Aspect ratio. Oh man, there's only so many settings on here. You fiddle around with to try and make it all better. Alright, okay. We're back on potentially. Oh. I'm not sure if that's better, but maybe we'll get some gameplay going and see what happens. I'm still getting my sea legs on all this. Oh, see, I did not mean to switch to cable, for example. On Spider-Man. Okay, it ended. All I have seen is it ended. And suboptimal video resolution still. Everything will be solid once I defeat Captain Commando. Then we can get to the bottom of this. He blocked it? It's not over again. Time over. Oh man, I forgot there's time limits in this game. That are hefty. Still not maintaining enough video for smooth streaming. Huh. This is unfortunate. How is my computer? And it's not even really at capacity. Get rid of that. But that doesn't seem to be the issue. Settings. No. Seems to be better. I think I definitely probably, I believe I have amped things up almost too much on my end. Now the computer's freaking out. Doesn't know what to do with itself. Here we go, encoding. Okay, I gotta read this. Maximum bitrate piece video. Okay. Let's just try keeping it. And just leave it. Okay. This seems better. Why does it keep getting lower? I apologize for the excessive delays. We will definitely get on it soon enough. But I'd rather it work for people, because that's kind of the whole point of us being here. AC, channel, stereo. Okay. That all seems pretty good. It will cut. Oh! I was not paying attention to the screen there. Time me out. That's fine. That's fine. If it's back and working, then I'm good with it. So, feel free to let me know how we're doing, because I think I got things working better. I apologize. I did warn early on that this is new and this is stream testing for a reason. You see my high score up there, though, so that's something. Not at the very top. Okay. Let's get back to this. Please feel free to jump in on chat and let me know how things are looking, or if you have any questions, we can do that too. I'm sure there will be plenty of talking points or things to talk about in general. I don't really don't feel that good with Mega Man, but okay. Watch out for Venom. I haven't had a chance to try out Venom in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Hopefully that's cool. Hopefully he's got his weird jumpy reformation powers. Probably doesn't have all his cool new null stuff, for obvious reasons. But yeah, Donny Cates really did a lot with Venom though. Gotta give him credit for that. I was so skeptical after they just abandoned Agent Venom, and we had a disastrous period with that mobster guy, or whatever they did. Oh no, wait, mobster guy was way before. That was that criminal guy who just, I don't even know what he wanted. He wanted to like blackmail Venom. That was a bad series. Those were bad times for Venom, and then it got better than it's ever been. Which is an interesting trade-off. Yeah, whatever, Gio. Oh, right. That man's got the dog in this one. It's pretty fun in Smash Bros. Too. Been playing a good amount of Smash Bros. Lately. I only recently got a Switch. And a bundle for Boxing Day. That included a game I really didn't care about. But, you know, whatever. Chat is pretty quiet, which has me mildly concerned, but maybe everyone's just watching the fascinating gameplay. I can't imagine all that impressive. I mean, I kind of know what I'm doing, but that's about it. Yeah, we got Bone Claw Wolverine, though. If you're wondering why there was 2 Wolverines on the menu. One is regular, one is Bone Claw. I'm not entirely sure of the difference. I might have known at one point. I miss Advancing Guard. Made me feel satisfied when I'm sitting there blocking something. I always love Wolverine in these games, though. Draw Claw, Draw Claw. Well, speaking of which, I think I muted the game earlier. I'm turning the sound back on, though. Yeah, I'll turn it down so it's not blowing me away, but you guys should be able to hear a little bit of that now. Make it more entertaining. I do love those classic arcade sound effects. Marvel vs. Capcom has a long history like that. I kind of like all the games though. People weren't super on Infinite, but the changes weren't too bad. I think the worst part is that Marvel controlled their characters so heavily that it really didn't feel like a Marvel vs. Capcom game. Favorite Superman run? My first instinct is Dan Jurgens, either way back in the day or current. Well, not current, but Rebirth pre-Bendis. I was really liking that with the young Superboy. But that might be a bias in my memory, especially how it all went down and stuff. But there's a lot of them. Like Romita and all those guys really stand out. I don't really care about Superman of the Bendis era, I have to say. But I haven't checked out any of the stuff around Identity Revealed too much. Though I do want to make a video about that, and we'll get into that going forward. I have to admit my Superman history isn't that complete. Oh, I don't know if it's a run, but Morrison really did some of my favorite Superman work. Pre-Jurgens though, but Jurgens doing Superman Rebirth, like, that was a Superman I hadn't seen before. With the family and all these allies and just this really cool status quo. Pretty much right up until Bendis got monkeying around. I was all on board for all of that stuff. I know everyone wasn't. I don't know, but that Superboy was so great. Not that I don't like Connor Kent, but Jonathan Kent. It was just special. It was fun having this family dynamic. I felt it was so healthy for Superman. And then he got aged up, and Bendis seemed to walk away from all that. I haven't read any of the Superman comics in a while, though. I'm not up to date on everything. I've been catching up lately, though, on everything, and been enjoying that to a significant degree. But, yeah, last year was a little kind of rough for me behind the scenes. I don't want to get it. Well, it's nothing, like, personal. I just was in a rough financial situation. Really needed a new job, but I have a new job now. Not in a rough financial situation anymore, which means more time for stuff like this, more time for videos, stuff like, that we usually make, and just more time in general to make good content for you guys and figure stuff out. It's just it's a real relief. Makes you really appreciate not being in poverty like it basically was for a couple years there. Makes you really feel for all the people who are, though. And that's basically who I help now in my real life, so I'm going to do some good in the world. Highly recommend it, if anyone can. If you're wondering how you... my favorite Superman run is the Bronze Age run by Elliot S. And again, he was like the perfect balance between Jurgen and Morrison Superman as you can get. Yeah. Okay. I read some of those comics. I'm gonna have to check more of those out. Thank you for sharing, Andre. Like I said, I don't know Superman as well as some other characters. It took me a while to come around to him. I guess I'm not sure what it is. I think all the talk about Superman potentially being boring. I don't really believe that anymore, but I was not a Superman fan as a kid, so it took me a long time to get around to reading like a lot of Superman comics. Even a lot of that stuff with like Death of Superman, Reign of Superman, a lot of those major stories took me a while to get around to. And yeah, I know we host this channel and do these things, but neither Joey nor I's knowledge of all this stuff is complete, so I'm always up for recommendations and stuff. In terms of what I've been enjoying to read lately, I just decided to invest in catching up on Robbie Reyes, actually. I don't know much about the new Ghost Rider, and wanted to check out that. Yes, if any of you have never played this game, I really like them. I find the fighting, like in terms of timing for executing, like, you know, all the moves, in comparison to the Mortal Kombat games and the Injustice games, while I like them, I have a lot of trouble ratcheting out those combos and making them good. Here it's all very natural to me. Doing the quarter turns and Z motion thingy to do moves and stuff like this, very easy for me to do. All of the Marvel vs. Capcom games, or X-Men vs. Street Fighter, I think was the predecessor to this, they all have cool characters and a lot of interesting mechanics usually. The newer Marvel vs. Capcom ones have a lot of really interesting characters I find super unique. A lot of fun to play as, like the Ace Attorney and Frank West and that sort of thing. I was glad to see Frank West was back for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and they kept the whole leveling up, taking pictures of your enemies stuff. Nope. Biff to that one. You see it off middle school and go to a store that has this game. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, real arcade feels is it. Because, well, that's where it came from, but like, obviously, but that's where I used to play I think the first version of this game was at our local arcade back when those things were common in hometowns and that sort of stuff. I guess arcades are probably still around some towns and that sort of thing, but it isn't in the town I grew up in anymore, that's for sure. Mixed feelings about arcades and arcade games. I love ones like these, but a lot of them were just brutal. Me and my buddy got Gauntlet a while ago, like not the actual arcade version, but one of the newer ones, and I felt it really didn't hold up like it used to. Ironically, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, 2, 3, and even the X-Men movies that came before them, I find those are good successors to Gauntlet, and kind of what I use to scratch that itch. And yes, we will almost certainly revisit those games. Those are easy to get a hold of, I find, and getting them working isn't too difficult. Most of them came out for the computer. I have Black Order for Switch. I haven't played through it much, but we will probably do that too. And that's actually kind of a cool aspect of it, because I don't really play through it together. I thought about putting it on the best of 2019 for the year, but like for our little tournament thing, but decided to replace it with Resident Evil 2 because Resident Evil 2 is just objectively a better game. Ultimate Alliance, Black Order, I feel it's great, but very much is just Ultimate Alliance 3. And even all these years later, it's still a very similar game, just with a handful of those modern game sensibility things added to it. So I love it, but it's hard to say it's like objectively one of the best things to come out of the year, and I was already kind of compressed for space in the nominees, and really wasn't interested in shuffling out the comics, which already had a lot of trouble in that little tournament we just ran on our community page. We are going to make a video about the results of that, so I guess I can't talk too much about it. That's actually something I'm working on after this stream is done, but it's just some food for thought that you guys can look forward to in the future. We just started the worst of tournament. There's a lot of interesting contenders, less nominees, so that tournament's going to go a lot quicker, and I am going to make a corresponding video about that soon. I have some personal things on the worst of tournament that I am hoping get to the very top, such as, what are some good ones? Men in Black just won today. That was a terrible movie. There's one I want to talk about actually that I'm going to campaign hard for not getting into the top 10 that I don't think deserves to be in there at all. I didn't really control the nominees in the sense of like, if someone thought that a movie should be on the worst of list, I added it as a nominee regardless of my personal feelings. But X-Men Dark Phoenix, maybe not the best movie in the world. I don't think it was one of the worst things to come out last year, so I am hoping that one doesn't make it into the top 10, because I just don't think it deserves it at all. It wasn't one of the worst things to come out of last year. On the other hand, there's other things on that list that I am just wishing the worst for. One of them, Star Trek Discovery, that was on today's poll. It's advancing to the next round. It had a lot of problems. That's a big one for me. Although I really liked Picard. Someone was asking me about, I think Akbar, you were asking, yeah, you look like you're still here. You were asking me about Picard yesterday. I did end up watching it last night and mostly loved it. I say mostly because the final shot of Picard's episode, and I won't get into what it is, but put a weird taste in my mouth, left me all kinds of worried. But everything else about the episode I loved. I liked how, because it's Picard, it felt like a real sequel sort of series to TNG. It wasn't like action-packed. There was some action, but it's not like Picard awkwardly shuffling through it. It's a lot more about the people around Picard, which is perfect. Already out of the gate, there are some cool cameos, and I'm sure there's going to be more. And it hit all the nostalgia buttons for me. Big TNG fan myself. All of those TNG era Star Treks I watched a lot when I was younger, because they were basically just being played non-stop on this, I think it was Spike TV or whatever predecessor it was to that, all the time. And I just could watch those over and over. I think I've seen most episodes of Star Trek, so it's cool to see Picard back in action. We'll have to see about the big reveal at the end. I mean, there's only one way that can go, I guess, but yeah. I do have hope. They've mentioned an awful lot of canon in terms of Lieutenant Data and all the surrounding stuff about that. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get a little bit of some of Data's other relatives that didn't appear. I mean, they mentioned Lore. I thought that was so cool, and I thought for a second that little girl that met up with Picard's mom was Lore, like just that actress. I'm not entirely sure, but or it's not her, I don't think. But I thought that was neat how she looked similar to her, and I don't think it was the same actress, but that was a cool little touch. There's a lot of interesting aspects of this show so far. It's neat how, well, I don't even ask about Picard, but yeah. Let's, you know, it's something we can do, because I haven't really posted them yet, but they are there. Is the nominees. So, there are some other things that maybe I'll campaign a bit that are going to be coming up in the Worst of Tournament. I couldn't really think of them while I was mid-gaming there, but so there's an interesting aspect of the way we're doing this list. Like I said, I didn't judge or really hold back the nominees for either the top 10 best of 2019 and the top 10 worst. So there's some that appear on the best of that are also nominees for the worst of, and those include movies like Captain Marvel, Spider-Man Far From Home, Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of the Skywalker, Titans the TV show, and that's about it that were doubled up for both looking over the list. Oh, except for one big one I forgot. Joker. Let's see how you do against the big boss. I don't even know if I can get that far. Not in this game. I can do it in Marvel Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, but this one's harder. I can try easy mode if you guys want. Maybe get through that. I thought I would just fart around in this game a bit. Oh yeah, Silence in this game. Play as her, she's cool. Iceman's cool. I remember him a bit. Storm with Pig. Hulk, I know. But yeah. So yeah, the Joker's nominated for worst of it as the ranked second overall. I don't think it's gonna advance that far, but I have very mixed feelings about Joker as a movie. So we'll see. I gotta talk about it as it's ranked second best movie or comic book thing that came out last year, according to our viewership in general. That's fine. I just have some issues with what qualifies as an homage versus a ripoff. But I really liked it too. Like, I shouldn't discount that feeling either. Just because it's a little sneaky in how it steals scenes from Martin Scorsese movies, and a little silly in how it feels the need to tether itself to Batman's story. It's a good movie. So yeah, it and Dark Phoenix I don't think really belongs there. Game of Thrones is on the list, so feel free to vote for that. Um, I don't disagree with that being on there. A bunch of other like TV shows and stuff that were lackluster before. Some comics, Doomsday Clock, Heroes in Crisis, you know, things one might expect. And if there's something on the worst of list that you don't think belongs there or you enjoy it, yeah, there is for me too. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up at the top and where things end up going from here. Sometimes people disagree, and they're allowed to. We need more games with Iceman in them. Although he is so like powerful, it's hard to make him equal with everyone else. Alright, I accidentally picked Greyhawk, because I don't really know the color swatches depending on which button you select within this game, and they're always different. And it's weird they don't show you. This game, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is a real show of certain innovations that just come with newer games that are sorely missed in these old ones. That is one downside of playing these older games. Every time I find, like, it just goes a lot of hate. How is he, like, crowding me like this in the corner? I guess he was a, like, zone guy, but still. I just want to punch him. Do you not have Gamma Charge, huh? That might be next game. Psylocke's also a cool character. Though I worry something complicated has happened to her since I last saw her in the comics. Also, I'm not sure if people are reading Marauders with the X-Men right now, but I don't know, something interesting happened there, but I really think we just need to wait and see what happens at the end of that story to fully judge. Because otherwise, I don't know. Kind of walked back to one thing they said they weren't going to be really doing anymore, and that is interesting if true. Although it really can only apply to one character, so who knows. And she might not even be a mutant, which is strange. I'm dancing around the character's name. You guys haven't spoiled on it, but I mean, I'm sure it'll be in headlines and stuff soon enough. I mean, that even might have been where I got spoiled on it in the first place. Do not love the time limit in this game. Do not love it. Streaming's probably not just going to be me either. This was just me because, well, if you guys couldn't tell, even though I tested it out and stuff, like, I needed a lot of time to figure out like the streaming and stuff, so I didn't really want to invite someone to be in the room while I'm awkwardly doing this, but I got a bunch of friends who are pretty interested in doing that stuff, and I'm going to build a whole system for them coming over, and we can all play video games together. That'll help keep it alive. One person can be looking at chat while we do things, and that sort of stuff. I also expect chat will be more active. I kind of deliberately sabotaged it by saying stream testing. Only a certain type of personality is going to be checking that out, and we'll probably unlist this after. Even though I am telling you guys stuff, it'll be, maybe I'll make it a Patreon exclusive post stream because it's just testing out, and I don't really think this is going to be a huge pull for our viewers, but yeah, I got plans for doing more of this going forward. I think we are going to call it maybe at an hour, because it's pretty quiet right now. I didn't really have plans beyond just making sure everything was working and seeing where we go on the game, and I am not doing very well. And I don't think it's super entertaining to watch me slowly relearn how to play a video game. If I had another person, I think we'd play for much longer. So like I said, you can expect more of that. And if it was a different game, I would definitely be hanging out with you guys a little longer, but I don't think, like it's gonna get repetitive after a while. Use your powers, Iceman. I cannot remember. There is a different move that I'm trying to do. Oh well. Yeah. Oh right. Forgot it. Forgot Omega Red in this game. Do not mean to do that, but okay. I do like Psylocke though, she's a lot of fun. All these X-Force characters that are like in this game, I think that's where they're from at this point in history and comic book lore, but either way, all these X-Men characters in general in this game are just so great. Even weird ones like Omega Red and Marrow. That's awesome. Oh. It's throwing things at me. Oh, you're the one I wanted in anyhow. It's got such range. There we go. I do like how I got the classic Grey Hulk though. You gotta love that. I generally get shifted towards Marvel characters in this game, but there are some cool Capcom characters, and I do know at least a bit about Capcom. I think I could definitely show off and play this a little more just entertainingly in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I wanted to kind of save that though, because I feel like I can really get a lot of mileage out of that game compared to this one. And I wanted to start it out just nice and simple. Also, to give my computer a bit of an ease before we start doing more complicated streams. I think I'm probably going to have to get a new computer for doing some of that, but, or not even a new computer, just new parts for the existing one. Just to soup it up a little bit for some more complicated streams. Anything like really unrealistic graphics card is probably going to be an issue for also streaming simultaneously. Although on the other hand, I don't think it'll be too hard to get a couple of extra controllers, or not controllers, like I have extra computers that can probably handle at least some of the broadcasting. That's something. But we'll have to figure this all out. But it's an exciting time. The fact that we can do this alone. I work a lot this weekend, so I'll probably be doing some streaming here and there. The goal is not so much to make money or drive the channel too much, but just to provide you guys with like ongoing content that, you know, can patch in for the other days. Neither Joey nor I really have the schedules, time, or energy to be making daily content, but I've always kind of wanted to do that. I've always kind of wanted to make our channel somewhere you can come by and see something every day, even if it's not always going to be like everyone's cup of tea every single time. Oh, I think I hit my skill ceiling again. I don't know what it is. I'm just not in the zone. Fighting games, I have a long history of fighting games. My skill at them varies considerably depending on the type. Usually, like I said, Street Fighter, all of these quarter-turn ones by Capcom, I'm usually pretty good at. This is unusually bad for me, or at least by my standards. I think part of it is I'm got a divided attention going on. Part of it is just, it's not the version of the game I'm used to, and probably just off, a little fun. But, yeah, not my best. The reason I'm not continuing either is I know it's not going to change. With a bit of practice, I'd get somewhat better. But it's not going to work on until then. Yeah, in the meantime, there are other things I want to touch on a bit. Oh right, well, just with fighting games in general. Love Smash Bros. No? Not done?
Don't give up. Challenge again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can do more. I just... oops. Okay. Oh, it's giving me to do score. Whatever. I was gonna not so much wrap up, but wind down and then end at 6:30. Just go for the hour. Yeah, we're gonna do that now. We're gonna like kind of wrap it up, just so that I can do a little bit more on the weekend and not like get too tired of this, because there is some other stuff I want to do while I still have time in this evening. Because like I said, I work a lot this weekend, so we're gonna have. I'm putting it off for now just so we have more. I'll have time to do other stuff later tonight, so I have more time on the weekend to do gaming. and some other things with you guys. I think that's for the best. Y'all pressure me a bit. But that being said, we're not done yet. And I did want to see, I got a bunch of points there. Where is the shop? Somewhere around the secret factory, that's what it's called. So now there's a bunch of characters and stuff that I don't have here. New stage. They do that sometimes. The weird thing about this game though is it's like random cost for characters. So you can kind of just keep coming back and forth and eventually something might be at a reasonable price. 10? No, not enough quite yet for that. Oh well. You any good? No, I would say no. I would say I'm not very good, no. New 3A. But, yeah. You can try score attack, I guess. It's not gonna land out all for me, but we can try it. I haven't played the Cyclops yet. There's Joe Valentine, plays her. I do like Zangief. I'll go for a little bit more. Why not? But yeah, we'll do some different games this weekend. I got some ideas in mind. Probably something Star Wars related tomorrow, and then on Sunday, something like that, and then probably just some more content at some point. I'll see how I space it out and stuff like that. It just depends on my schedule, but in general, more streams, and as we go along, I'll upgrade the tech and all that stuff going forward. Get more people in here, more energy going. Not that I've been too down, I don't think, but it's harder when it's just me trying to keep a one-way conversation going. Yeah, that's about it for today, I think, otherwise. All I really wanted to cover. Joey and I have some other interesting plans for stuff. And I really want to get more involved in the other YouTubers, channels of the world. Let's see what Team 4-Star guys are up to lately. So he really doesn't seem that active on certain stuff lately, and I miss him. I don't know what their plan is for certain things beyond just like those videos they have been making lately. But I really liked that little competition we participated in and made that Beta Bridge video. We didn't rank that high, but proud of the work we did. I enjoyed interacting with some of the people there, like HBI2K back when he was involved, and though he's not fully affiliated with them, Little Karibo is just such a nice guy. It's cool. However, briefly interacting with him. I also want to get more involved with Commissarian and Benny, because we always talk about it, but never get around to it. Oh, his is like ridiculous in this game. Forgot about that. I don't know if I can pull that off. I do like Jill in this game. She is so weird in like Ultimate Marvel's Capcom, right, as the DLC character. I just find it odd. But she's fun in this. Neat combination of like her own enemies and just general Resident Evil fun. Nemesis I love in the other games. I think that's a fun choice. All the Resident Evil characters are pretty fun. I really love Wesker in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. I always love a character with a nice strong counter. Hey Tevia. Long time viewer, patron. Alright. I don't really remember how score attack goes, but it all seems very similar, which means I'll probably be going a few stages before inevitably flaring out, and then we'll probably call it after that. Yeah, I haven't really thought about what game I want to play on Sunday yet, though. I was just going to kind of go through my Steam library and show off a few things, find something comic booky, or maybe even start on my list of very long list of all these games that have been adapted from comic books that are out there. So, there's a lot of interesting stuff I've never played before that seem quite interesting, to say the least. Fighting games seem like such a great choice for crossovers in general. I know Mortal Kombat's been all over that. Nothing against them. It was actually last year I went through some of the newer Mortal Kombat games that I hadn't played and was enjoying it. I still haven't tried out 11 yet, but I think it's just because I played a lot of 10 and got a bit tired and decided to give it a break. We'll probably be doing some Mortal Kombat here and there. I find the timing on those games tough, and we can definitely do Injustice. I expect that'll be a certain backbone of this channel to a degree because it's got such a history with us. My team is Cable, Iron Man, and Ryu. That's a good team. I assume that's 3. Well, it would have to be. I don't think Iron Man... Is Iron Man in this game? It's not unlocked yet? I don't think so. I think I mostly just have Capcom characters left. Blackheart. Unless there's something I'm forgetting. Or there's way more characters than I thought. I had most of them. Maybe not. Or maybe not, because I don't have Thanos. No, I'm really not sure. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what place is. Oh, so Iron Man must be in here. I just don't have him yet. I was wondering that. It's just such a different world. Like, Avengers aren't what they were, like, they were a big team back then, but they weren't like this franchise that would be unthinkable not to include. One thing I like about this game is that there's characters in it. There's so many characters and stuff. It's great. I always love fighting games with a lot of different characters. Some people prefer depth. That does matter a lot. But there's something fun about just, like, part of the fun of fighting games is it's just like a toy box with all these different characters. I lost that. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call the experiment a success. It's good to try things out. We will have more active streams going forward, but I really only reserved so much time for today and wanted to get all of the stuff for the weekend set up. So I'll be picking out some games and that sort of thing. If you guys have any ideas for streams or whatever, please feel free to drop a line, but we will probably wrap things up here. Not that I want to limit it too much, just all this is to say. I recognize the thing. Oh, thanks, Ben. Yes, we'll be including you in this going forward, but it just wanted to be me. I don't know if you were watching for all of this, but I was talking earlier about including other people, and you are one of them, but I had just wanted to try it out now on my own to make sure all the streaming tech worked, so it wasn't just this huge nightmare with someone else in the room to watch me struggle. So, thanks again, everybody. We will come back to this, I guess, tomorrow. And just more in general, so if you guys have any tips or whatever, let me know. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.